I'm here with Roger Farley. He's the Assistant Director for the Road Commission. Roger, tell us, what's the forum about tonight?
Yep. The purpose of the Road Safety Commission forums at the moment is to try and gather people's information and thoughts on the next road safety strategy. Our existing strategy towards zero finishes in 2020. So we've been asked by the council to put some community forums together to gather the feedback and thoughts of what the community would like or would not like to see in the next strategy. So our task is to get around as much of the state as we can, community forums, stakeholder forums, industry forums, to really try and understand what the people want and explain to them what will work and what won't work. So really hear their opinion and listen to what they have to say.
Well, that's great. And what an adventure it is for you and your team, because you've organised so many of these events, 38 in 2 months.
So far. Yeah. So the total ends up about 60 forums over the 3 months. So we're trying to get to as many people as possible. If people can't get to a forum, they can go online at imaginezero.wa.gov.au and they can do the feedback form online as well. So we're really trying to make it easy for people to either come or go online and fill in their thoughts.
Wonderful initiative. Thank you so much.
Yep, my pleasure.
Thanks, Roger.
Don't trust your tired self.
I'm here today with Ian Cameron, and he's the chairman of the Road Safety Council. Ian, how are you today?
I'm excellent, and thank you for taking the time to talk to us about road safety.
It's our pleasure. So tell us about the intention here, and why is the aim zero, obviously, for road safety incidents?
The Road Safety Council's talking to the community, so we want to hear from all those people out there in terms of what do they think road safety is all about, what are our best options, how brave, how bold do we want to be. I don't think there's any argument that people are, when it comes to road trauma, and anyone I know, it's a zero policy. I don't want anyone I know affected by road trauma. The challenge is, how do we carry that sentiment to our entire community? Because I know people, other people know people. At the end of the day, how do we achieve zero in our community? The best countries in the world are starting to talk about zero. So the big thing for us now is our mindset. And most importantly, it's about our mindset.
So tell me a bit about that. What is the mindset that you're referring to? What should people be thinking, and how can they prepare themselves to have the right mindset for more safety on the road?
I think there's really two really important things in our mindset. One is, what's our level of ambition? So if it is zero tolerance for anyone that I know, and then everyone in the community knows somebody else, that's zero for the community. But I think what holds us back is that really possible? Could we do that? I think the important thing in that is, if we don't begin to think about zero and put our heads towards it, how do we ever expect to get there? I don't know, we don't know how to get there today. But what we do know is, if we don't start focusing on that, changing our mindset, if we don't begin to imagine what zero might look like, we'll never get there. So I think two things with our mindset is, it's not just about other people who take risks, it's about all of us. If we accept that, our mindset allows us to consider other strategies. And the big one, going forward, if we begin to imagine zero and trying to imagine what that looks like and how we might get there, that will change the direction.
Absolutely. So that's where everything starts, right?
It all starts with right here and now. The last 10 years have shown us what we can do. We've had a 31% reduction in road trauma. That's up there leading across Australia. That's all about now going forward. And it is all about our ambition, and that journey starts with the steps we take today.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your time, Ian.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Know the distance of distraction.
Well, we've got a good turnout tonight with the forum tonight, but do you think that's what we need more of, is more people's engagement and more people's discussions and sharing of ideas, so that we know what they need education on?
Yeah, that's obvious. I mean, we're driving now, big weapons, if you like. I mean, I'm not as skilled in road safety issues, only what I see is in terms of the work of the Road Safety Council. and promotion that we put in place as a state government. But, it's very obvious that, you've got a huge responsibility once you are on the road. And that's not just in terms of what you do, but to be safety aware, but to also be aware of what other people are doing, what pedestrians are doing, what other drivers are doing, to be sort of really on the front foot, if you like. Look, there's a lot to do. These are all entirely preventable, the number of fatalities on our roads, but also accidents. We want to encourage people to be as aware as possible and as safe as possible.
Sure. And do you think the zero mission is achievable?
Yeah, it's ambitious, but I've got responsibility for trying to prevent domestic violence, for instance, in the state government, and I know that if we can drive behavioural change, we can make a real difference. And frankly, if we make difference to one life or a handful of lives, it's worth the effort.
Yeah, I guess everyone counts, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time, Simone.
And your interest. Thanks.
Thank you.
Heading to town, you reckon? Yeah. Anywhere you want to go, or just? Only had a couple of drinks, right?
I'm Bess Tedros for Undercurrent.